Welcome to ENV141, or Tree and Shrub Identification. This is your instructor, Julia Nicholas, and in this video we'll cover everything that you need to know to get started with the course. So in this video we're going to start off by covering how to get started with the course and cover your basic course layout and how to move around in Canvas. We will cover some course information such as your syllabus and text and what your weekly assignments and grading will look like for the course. And then I'll talk a little bit about how to succeed in an online course and some tips to online success and how to get help in the course. So first off, let's look at Canvas, which is your main course site. And to get to Canvas, to log in, you are going to go to, you can either go to My KCC here, this website, or you can follow this link directly to Canvas, klamathcc.instructure.com. And you will log in to Canvas using the same user ID and password that you would enter on My KCC. So you'll see this screen pop up and you'll enter in your username and password. Again, the same username and password that you use from My KCC works also for Canvas. Once you get logged in, you'll be selecting your course. And so you should see on your dashboard here a list of all your different courses. You can also click on this courses button and see your courses, it'll put them down as a long list. So you'll select the course you want to go. So once you click that link to go into a course, you'll be taken to the course homepage. Your homepage for this course doesn't have too much on it other than how to get started there at the bottom. Most all of your course content is located in this link called modules, and that's where there's a module or group of assignments and activities for each week. So almost always you'll be clicking on modules when you go into the course, and that's where you'll go to do all your coursework. There also is a link to the syllabus for the course, which has all this course-specific information, the KCC institutional syllabus, which has some college-wide information, and a link to go check out your grades for this course. We'll go into that in just a little bit, and then there's a link for the calendar, and we will go over that next. So from your calendar, if you see this icon here, this little discussion icon, that means that there's a discussion due. So if, for example, Wednesdays we have discussions due, and if you see this little link here, that means there's an assignment that's due. So anywhere you see that link is an assignment. And then there's a different icon here, the Q for quizzes or tests. And so your classes are all color-coded. You can change the color of the class depending on whether you want a certain color makes more sense to you for a certain class. So you just click these little dots here, and then you can select any color that you want for each class. If you click on this box here, it won't show the assignments for that class on the calendar. So for example, if you wanted to unclick all your classes except for one, and you just wanted to look at that class's assignments, you could click on these boxes, and then those assignments would not show up on your calendar. So if you click on this modules link here, it will take you to a screen that looks like this, and this is the modules link that contains all of your information for the course. The first thing that you want to do to start out the course is located under Start here, and you'll want to open up the KCC institutional syllabus and the course syllabus, and there's a link to the course syllabus right here. Read through those and then take the syllabus quiz. This is due on Wednesday. This establishes attendance in the course. If you haven't established attendance in the course by Friday, then you'll be dropped automatically for non-attendance. So please make sure that one of the very first things that you do this week is read those syllabi and take your syllabus quiz. Under the Start Here section is all of the course material, so broken down by week, weeks 1 through 9, and this has all your information in it on what you'll need to be doing each week. So we'll look at that in the next slide. Okay, so each week you'll see something that looks like this as you scroll down that modules link, and under each week there should be a weekly introduction activities and objectives. Please review this first. I give you important information about things that you need to know to do your assignments and other various important information. So that's a good thing to make sure that you read first. Underneath that is a list of all the lesson activities. So you'll most weeks be having a lecture link, a link telling you what reading you should be doing for the week, a discussion link, and a lab link. And so And various weeks you'll have different activities such as a test or other things, but this is the main breakdown of what you'll have each week. And you'll want to make sure that anything that you see under these lesson activities, that is what you were working on during the week. Okay, so the next section here, let's scroll down. So we've looked at the home. Make sure you check your announcements when you logged in. We just looked at modules and the syllabus. So this grades linked here is another important link. If you click on that grades link, you will see something that looks sort of like this. This is from a different list of assignments from a different class, but essentially you'll see the title of the assignment here, how many points the assignment is worth down here. Your score will be located here, and then you should have a total at the end. And this total is what you'll want to pay attention to as you go throughout the course, and that's your overall percentage for the course. Assignments are due typically on Sunday of each week, and then I will try to grade them by Sunday of the following week, so within a week of the due date. So check your grades frequently, make sure that you are seeing grades for assignments that you submitted. Check for any comments for those assignments. Sometimes students think that they've submitted an assignment, but it didn't actually get submitted, and I'll write a comment in there asking them if they can resubmit an assignment. So check the comments for each assignment if anything pops up. And then let me know if anything doesn't look right. So if you see something missing or a grade that doesn't look right, please get in touch with me and we'll work on getting that corrected. Okay, so let's look at an overview of what you'll be doing in the course. Next, let's look at grading, and your grade for this course will come from 3 quizzes, which are worth 100 points each, 6 different discussions, which are worth 30 points each, so a total of 180 points for discussions, and then 6 different lab activities, which are worth 50 points each, so a total of 300 points on the lab activities. And then you'll be doing a final project during the last few weeks of the course, and that's worth 220 points. And that's for a total of 1,000 points. Standard breakdown for grades, 90 to 100% is an A, 80 to 89% is a B, and so on. Your text for the course is Manual of Oregon Trees and Shrubs by Randall et al. And this is the text that we will be using to, you'll be using this to key out things on the quizzes, and you'll be using it to key out plants in the field. So it's definitely important that you have this same exact text as I mentioned, we'll be using it each week to complete your assignments, key out plants, and on your tests. So please make sure if you haven't already that you get this text as soon as possible. So your quiz questions will be pulled from the lecture and assigned reading pages, and you'll have 3 different quizzes in weeks 2, 4, and 6. You will not be having a final test for this course, but instead you'll be turning in a final project, which will essentially be a plant collection and a plant brochure / guide to some area near where you live. And we'll go into that in more detail as the course progresses. Just for a little bit of information for your final project, so you know as the course starts out what to be expecting throughout the course. At the beginning of the course, you'll be deciding on a location where you'd like to do a plant collection and a plant trail brochure. You'll be collecting plant samples and taking pictures of plants in this area throughout the course. And as part of your weekly labs, you'll learn how to collect, mount, and identify plants. And you'll be identifying several plants from this area, whatever area that is that you choose. You will also be creating a plant trail brochure showing the species present in the area and a map with their location. And you'll turn in a digital copy of your plant collection material and brochure in your final project. And again, I'll give you more details on exactly what to be doing as the course progresses. If you turn in late work past the due date without notifying me first of a valid reason, your late work will be deducted for 10%. If you have a valid reason for your work being late, please let me know and I may not deduct the 10%. If you do need to turn in late work, it's always best to check with me, and in general, just keep in touch with me throughout the quarter as much as possible, especially if things are going on, so I know what's going on with you and we can work to hopefully help you stay caught up in the course. Obviously, if there's a reason, if there's something wrong with a link or assignments not opening up, then I won't deduct the your work from being late. So for example, if you do all your work on Saturday and you log on Saturday and a link's not working and you let me know, I'll extend your due date then a week out because I know that there are set times that you need to get work done. So if something's not working, just let me know, and then you can have another week if you need to get that assignment done. Righty, next we're going to go over how to get help and some tips on how to succeed in an online course. So if you need to get in touch with me at any time in the course, the quickest way to get in touch with me is either to send me a text message through this number here, or to, at the beginning of the course, sign up for the Remind app, which is this right here. And either one of those will be sending me a text message. I tend to have my phone on me most of the time and can respond to messages fairly quickly. I don't always have it on me, but that's the best way to get a hold of me if you do have a question that you're wanting answered at that time, like you're working on an assignment and you are trying to get something done. If you have a non-urgent question, you can send me an email or use that inbox link within Canvas to send me an email, or you can send it directly to my email here, but they will both go to the same email link. So email is an option. I do have office hours on Thursday from 6 to 7 p.m. where I will be in Canvas. You can also send me a text message during my office hours, or really at any time. Most people don't use my office hours because I do try to get back to you as soon as possible if you send me a message, and so most people don't wait until Thursday, but if you do have something specific you want to talk about, I am available on Thursday from 6 to 7 to help. And once again, if you are wanting help right away, the best way to get help is either to send me a text or directly, or send me a text through the Remind app here. And there is extra credit offered for either sending me your name and class number, or sorry, your name and your class name to my cell phone number here, so texting me that, or if you signed up on the Remind app, you can get extra credit also. And the link on instructions on how to sign up for the Remind app are in the week 1 extra credit link, and it will tell you how to sign up for the Remind app and also some other options for extra credit in week 1. So last for our intro video here, I just want to go over a few tips for how to succeed in an online course. And these are pretty straightforward, but one of the main things is just to start the quarter right. So make sure that from the very beginning of all your classes that you look at your assignments and due dates and keep on track from the very beginning. It's really hard in a class when you get behind to try to do all the work you need to do for the week and do the work that you've gotten behind on. If you can stay caught up each week, makes things a lot simpler. One of the other things is to make sure that you review the calendar each week so that you don't miss important due dates and you know what you need to be working on and how to schedule out your time for the week. I would also try to create a dedicated place and time for your studies. I know at my house if I try to get work done with the kids running around me and everyone awake and busy, I am not very productive. If I can actually get some quiet alone time, I can do way more quickly than if there's a lot going on. Next, try to achieve a school and family balance. So this is important if you have a family and you have lots of other things going on, to try to set aside time that you can spend with your family, and then try to set aside some time where you can focus on getting your work done. I kind of already covered stay on schedule, so it's much easier to keep up with what you need to do than to do work that you got behind on and the current work. So trying to stay on schedule with all of your assignments. Another big one is just staying motivated. And I think about midway through the quarter, tend to kind of lose steam and you get tired and burned out, and trying to keep up that motivation and just counting down those weeks and knowing that you need to stay focused, get your assignments done, and not lose track of that the end is coming eventually, and you will get it done, but just staying motivated with getting those assignments done each week and all the way through the 10 weeks, since every week in a quarter is pretty busy. Another thing is to participate in the course. So in those discussions, make sure that you're not only checking in to make sure that you get the discussions done for your points, but staying in contact with the other students and asking questions when you need them is a good way to make sure that you are
staying involved with the course and keeping up on what you need to be doing throughout the course, and also having that support of your students who are also going through probably a lot of the same challenges that you're going through. Another thing is get help when you need it, so don't be afraid to ask for help. You can feel free at any time to work with other students on assignments. If you want to chat online with each other and work together, you can contact me at any time if you need help and ask questions. So just make sure if something seems complicated or is taking you what seems like too long, feel free to ask for help to keep moving things along for the quarter. And kind of already mentioned, but look for study partners. So if there's someone that you can work with in the class, it's always easier to, I think, to work on things when you have someone to talk things over with. Lastly, work ahead when you can. One advantage to an online course is that everything is posted online and waiting for you. So if you get a chance to work ahead, it can be a big help down the road. So anything you can do in a week before it's due kind of takes the burden off. If you know you're going to have a busy week, then you can feel free to turn in anything that you'd like before the due date.
Okay, so the last thing that we'll cover today is what you should do first to get started in the course. And so just to recap on what we covered, the first thing that you want to do is check out the KCC institutional syllabus and the course syllabus. Again, you'll click on the modules link on the left-hand side of your screen once you log into Canvas, and you'll see this section here, and take that syllabus quiz. That's due on Wednesday. Make sure that you take that first thing to establish your attendance on the course. And then if you scroll down below the section, you'll see the week 1 information. And so check out this objectives, activities, and assignments link first, and then you can start doing your lecture and lab activity. And aside from your activities for the week, make sure that if you haven't already, that you get your textbook. You will be needing that each week starting in week 1. That's the end of our Getting Started video. Good luck with the course, and please let me know if you have any questions as you get started with the course.